So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to capture a lead using an online form and how to build that form step by step for free and with no code required. I'm also going to show you how to automate that form so that lead can immediately go into your CRM or database. So if you want to learn how to do this, keep watching this video. Hey everybody, it's me, Jacob Shireman, your real estate marketing expert. I have over 15 years of marketing experience specializing in web design and SEO, and I take that experience to help you grow your real estate business. So if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I talk about real estate marketing and real estate tips. And also, if you're interested in learning more about my group here in the Wolfpack inside of eXp Realty and all of the amazing resources that we provide for free to our agents, go ahead and click that link in the description below to book a one-on-one call with me. So let's go ahead and dive in and talk about this topic today on how to build an online form. Online forms are a great way to capture leads. So I'm going to show you today, step by step, build a form for you so that you can use it for one of your lead magnets. You can customize this form by watching the basics that I'm going to give you today. And you can use this form builder for free. And I'm going to show you how to automate that form. The moment an entry comes in, it will automatically import that into your CRM using something like Zapier. So let's go ahead and get started. So now I'm going to share my screen and show you how to build an online form that you can use for your lead magnets. So this would be something like your buyer's guide, your seller's guide, maybe a saved search result link to, homes under a certain price point, or a list of just listed homes or coming soon, or open houses. The possibilities are limitless, but it would be the same format for that. So I want to give you a quick overview of Jotforms as we're doing this so you can create as many forms as you want. And I'll do some more videos on creating other types of forms to help you out. So basically this is Jotform. This is the free version. So I wanted to show you what the free version looks like. You can create up to 5 forms. If not, they do have monthly and yearly plans. So basically we're going to come in here and create a form. But one thing I would like you to see too is you can create folders. So maybe you have different departments or people that, client forms and website forms, you want to keep them separated, you can do that as well. And they do have a team version if you'd like to pay a little extra so your VA or your assistant or office manager have their own access and don't have to use your login. So just click create a form. And then some options are going to come up. You can use a template, import a form. You can create signable documents in here. So that's another great feature to have that's built into the pricing. But we're going to start from scratch. And then there's 2 types of layouts. You can do a form where you can see all the fields that you're going to ask the user or client, or you can do the card form, which is more conversational, where you're asking one question or one input information at a time. So I'm going to do classic form for this, since we basically just want them to provide some basic information to download the lead magnet. So the next step is you could add your logo, your name here. I don't do this because I usually embed this into my website. Now, if you're going to send this just a link so they come over to Jotform and fill it out, you might want to do that so it's branded. But if this is going to be embedded into your IDX website or to a landing page or funnel, I would just leave this blank. So now we have our form, so we can give our form a title. So I'm going to put download the Houston Buyer's Guide. So there's the name of the form. Again, you can always go back here and put up your logo. This is the branding of the form. So you can go change page colors, form colors, and make it more your style. There's themes that you can choose if you like certain themes. This would be what it would look like if they click the link to come to your deal. And it would embed like this as well, but you can choose the layout. If you decide you wanted to go to card form, you can always change it later. So let's start adding some form elements. So this will be the elements that we collect information. There are some things like heading. This would be great if you're doing like a buyer's intake form and you want to separate the information from like personal info to maybe financial info. So their lender, are they pre-approved, things like that. And then, type of house that you want. So all the housing info, things like that. So you can just create headers. You can collect full name, email address, phone number, date appointment. You can do signatures, fill in the blank. You can even list products on here to purchase. Short text would be your one line. So maybe you're going to collect, maybe you don't want to collect the whole name. You just want to do first name or have them enter, a few words. Long text would be more of your paragraph form. Now your paragraph will be a text editor that you can put in to add some text to the form, which I'm going to show you how we're going to use that later. Drop down, which they, a drop down, give them an option to choose one answer. Same thing with single choice would be a radio button that they can choose, yes or no, just one answer. Multiple choice would be, select the following areas that you would like a home. And so you could put, multiple cities or areas and they can check all that apply. A number would be only numbers go in the field, not letters. You can add an image to the form. They can upload files. So this would be great on your buyer's intake form. If you want them to, upload their pre-approval letter or something, you can use this. Choose a time. CAPTCHA, this is what we use to make sure robots are not just submitting a bunch of spam to your forms, that they do that whole human check. So there's spinner, where you can have them spin the options to get the choice that they want. You can add a submit button. There's tables. You can do star ratings. You can do surveys with this. You can add dividers, section collapse. So it'd be like an accordion. And then page breaks. This is great for your buyer's intake form. That way, if you want to break it up into sections, they're only they only see the fields for that section. So they, fill out the personal information, then they move on to the lender information as well. So that's a nice function, especially if you have a really long form. So for this example, we're going to collect full name. So you can just simply click it. You can also drag and drop, but if you click it, it just goes under the last placed field. And then we also want to collect phone number. And then I am also going to add in a multiple choice field, and I'm also going to add in a paragraph field, and I'll show you why here in a second. So now let's customize these fields. So if you just simply click on the field and click properties, you go over here. So you can change the label. So you can put your name if you want, and that will go right there. If you want everything to the left, you can do that as well. So you can click left and it'll put the label to the left. If you do it to the right, it'll flush it up against it, or you can do on top, where we're going to leave it. I do want this to be required. You can edit these to say, first name, last name. You can edit how this label looks, or you can just click and do it. So we're going to go over to options. You can add middle name, prefix, suffix if you want to, and then you simply just check those. And then these are if you want to add a placeholder like your first name. You can do that. Some people like to get rid of the labels and just put the placeholder in the text box. So when they click in the text box, it disappears. But this actually saves space by not having all of this in there. And it just shows in the actual input field what they need to do. So you can do that if you like. I'm not going to. And then if you do the shrink field, I'm going to show you what that looks like here, but it basically makes columns. And then that's it. And then we're going to go over here to email. I'm going to continue that whole your email. This does need to be required. I really want the first two fields to be required, first name and email. And the reason why is that's what my CRM requires with kvCORE. You got to have at least first name and an email or a phone number. So I'd rather collect email than a phone number. And then if I want to make this 2 columns, we are going to come over here to options and then advanced, and then we say shrink. So that makes it a half column. And then some other quick things is you can do a confirmation field. So if you click this, it's going to make them enter their email address twice to make sure that they actually entered it and spelled it correctly. If you want a full width, you can do that as well. And then now we're going to come over to phone number, and I'm going to put your mobile number because I really want cell phones so I can text them. I'm not going to require this. You can do that as well. Here's your options. If you're doing a lot of international, you can do country code as well. I'm not going to do that for my area. And then you can change what the input mask looks like in there and how the format looks. You can put your placeholder again. If you want to get rid of your mobile number, you can put in text that as soon as they hover, text pops out. And then I'm going to shrink this one so it goes to 2 columns now. Okay. And now we're going to do this. This is what we're going to do about opt-in. We're going to call it email opt-in. And this is for newsletters. So there's a lot of compliance with spam and things like that if you're going to be emailing them stuff. So I have just some simple text that I've used here. So I'm going to copy that into here. And then what I'm going to do is on this part too, I am going to delete that. And then I'm going to add that in the text editor. Okay. So I'm going to add this in here. And then that way we can highlight privacy policy and insert a link to our privacy policy in our website. So you would just highlight those, and same thing for your terms and conditions. Make sure you're just following those guidelines however you want. And then with the email opt-in, they cannot send it without opting in. So I'm going to require that they check that. If they don't, then I don't want them receiving my newsletter because it's not worth it to have them as a lead if I can't contact them. All right, so once you have that and this, that they know that they can unsubscribe at any time, you're going to click on the submit button and then choose where you want it, left, center, right. And then you can choose the style. So you can choose, here's all the styles. You can do an image, gradient, do a flat color. So I'm just going to choose this blue color. I like all my, so I'm going to change this to download now. Or you can do another one is get access now, whatever you want, a really good strong call to action instead of just submit. And then there's some advanced, you can do add a reset button where it resets the form. And you can also do a save and continue. This is a great thing to do if you're doing a form like your buyer's intake form, where you can save that form and then maybe they don't know all the information, they want to continue later, they can do that. So they would just click save and continue, and then it would save and send them a link for that. You can change the text as well. So we don't need it because this form is short. So now once we have our form, we're just going to go over to settings, and this is where we can change the title of the form, whether this, if we want to encrypt the data, if you have sensitive information, you're going to want to do that. What are the emails? What emails need to go out? So the moment that this form is submitted, what emails do you want to go out? So usually it'll send you an email letting you know somebody filled out this form. I only like this in certain cases. In this one, I really don't do it just because I don't need to know every time somebody downloads the form, because I'm going to be notified in my CRM. So it just creates a lot of email notifications. But if maybe somebody submitted their intake form, you do want that emailed to you. So you're notified that, hey, they did submit it. You can review it real quick and it's in your email, easy to access. So, but you can get rid of that and you just simply click the delete button. So I'm going to delete that for now. And then the autoresponder, this is how we're going to send our client the email. Okay. And so what we're going to do is, I don't need to send them this, but this would basically just send them a preview of what they filled out. So I'm just going to click in here and click Control A to delete everything and then hit the delete button. And then I'm going to come over here and do form field and your name. And then I believe you can just go first name like this. If you want to just do the first name, and then, you can just do hello if you don't want to personalize it. And then in here, this is where we're going to be putting the actual link. Remember in my previous videos, I have showed you, do not send them and redirect them to the actual buyer's guide. You're going to give them a success message and letting them know, thank you. We have emailed or texted you the link to that resource. And that's what we're going to do. Thank you for requesting a copy of our free Houston buyer's guide. To download your free copy, or so actually let's say it like this. So click the link to download your free copy today. And then we could do something like this. And then this is where we could insert and copy and paste the link to our deal. And then you could put in your signature. If you have any questions or if there is anything I can help with, and then please don't hesitate to, oops, not spelling today, hesitate to contact me. There we go. All right, so now we have that there, and then you can just put thanks, and this would be Jacob, Realtor, and I can, do J&M Realty Group. Now, one thing is if you hit enter, it does a new paragraph. If you hit shift enter, it just goes to a new line. If you want to keep them stacked on top of each other, then you can put your name, email address, and all of that. So you get the idea. But the whole point of this section is to email them that link. Now you can have Zapier do that automatically for you, but why waste that task? So you can basically email them that as well. So if we come over here, we want to adjust our sender name. So I'm going to do Jacob S and then J&M Realty. Okay, so you can do this however you want, and then you do your reply to email. So I would do something like jmrealty tx.com, and then the recipient email is going to be the form or the email field, which is automatically you're only going to have one email field. So your email is the field that it's going to email the recipient, and then you're going to say save. Now there is an advanced field, basically send when submission is received, send when it's edited. If you want to attach the PDF, you can. So you can literally just attach it in there or give them the actual document as well. You can attach a file to send, all of that. You can also attach a PDF of the form they filled out. So these would be some other things that you have. If you want to add your email address to send from instead of the no reply at Jotform, you would do this and then connect it via your SMTP information with your email carrier. So a couple other things I want to go over is some conditions. There's a lot of conditional fields where you can calculate, enable fields and all of those things. But this is what I want to show you. So basically, like in your buyer's intake form, you might say, do you currently have a lender? And if they check yes, then you want the field for who is your lender to show. But if they select no, you don't want to show them that field. You could do something like that. So maybe if they put in their email, I can say if it's equal to the value, and then you put in the value. A lot of times that'll show you if they checked yes to something or no, you could see the value, and you would say, if it's equal to yes, then show this field. If it's equal to no, don't show this field. So this is where you would set that conditional logic to where your fields would show if they selected another field. So we'll do another video on conditional logic, but I wanted to show you that just in case for some reason you needed that as well. Maybe you ask, do you want to provide a mobile number? Would you rather be texted instead of emailed? Then you can have it show their mobile number, make sure it's required. And so that would be some of the logic you would do there. So once it's done, you can go to publish. This is the link where you can send it to somebody in an email to fill out there, or you can simply embed it into your website as well. And you would do the embed with your WordPress. On WordPress, you would download their plugin to embed that as well, or you come over here to embed, and it's going to give you the source code, the iframe. So you can have it as a pop-up, a light box. So basically, you choose how you want to embed it into your website, copy the code, and then just paste it into the text editor of your IDX website, your WordPress website. It's easier to just use the plugin, and that is how you would do that. So there's pretty much, there's some pre-fill options. There's PDFs if you want to download PDFs. This is the quick share. You can assign the forms to somebody as they come in. So that's pretty much it on submitting a form. So I hope that information was helpful to get you started building online forms and start using those in your website, funnels, and landing pages so you can capture more leads online and start converting them into clients and close deals. So if you have any questions, or maybe a training topic you would like me to cover, drop those in the comments below. You can also reach out to me with the contact information in the description. And if you'd like to learn more about my real estate group here at eXp Realty inside of the Agent Wolfpack and all of the amazing resources that I offer at no extra cost or split to help you grow your real estate business, click the link to book a one-on-one call with me in the description below. It's a no pressure call just to show you what your business would look like here at eXp Realty inside my group. And if you'd like to keep up with content like this, click that subscribe button, give this video a like, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video.